Hey everybody, it's Jamese, and in this episode, I'm gonna make chili mac. Yes, chili mac. Brian was talking about it last night. We were watching different videos of different things, and like a casserole popped up. A chili mac like thumbnail popped up, and I was like, oh, that looks good. And he was like, yeah, I love chili mac. And I was like, really? I don't think I ever made it, so I'm gonna try to make it. Brian's at work right now. He'll be home in a few hours, so I'm gonna start on the chili first because that usually takes a little bit longer to make, and then I'm gonna work on the mac and cheese when he gets a little closer to home, so it's all, you know, tie together. I made chili before and I made mac and cheese before separately, so it shouldn't be that hard to combine it. I'm gonna cook them both separately and then combine them in the pot with the mac and cheese, and we're gonna see how this turns out. And we're using venison instead of sausage or like beef. Excited to cook it and try it and film it, and I'm gonna try to hurry up and do this while baby boy is sleeping because, you know, he's gonna want attention and stuff. First, I'm gonna add some olive oil to the pan and get that nice and heated up. And now that mixture there is garlic and white onions, or maybe it was yellow onions, I'm sorry. But get that nice little sizzle and get it all caramelized if you can, or a faster version of caramelization. And now right here I'm just mixing it around so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Still mixing. Now right here I'm still mixing, but I am going to add another ingredient. And that is salt. And then I add some pepper as well. Gonna mix it up some more. A little cooking ASMR. Sorry for slapping the pan, it's obnoxious. I don't think it makes sense to dirty another dish just to get stuff off. Now I added some bell peppers in. Those are yellow bell peppers as well as red. There wasn't any green in the store, so I was like, this will do, but I know green has a different flavor than red and yellow does, but this is what we have. So now I'm adding that and sauteing it all together and getting it all seasoned with the salt and pepper. Lovely veggies. I had that sizzling for a little bit and sauteing, and that right there is a spoonful of tomato paste and Edward in the background. Tomato paste was a bit of a pain to try to get off, so I mixed it in there with that spoon, and here we go. Now I add tomato paste in there, getting it to coat everything. Now Edward's talking to me. Yes. Yes. I am adding in the venison. The packet that we have, I believe, is a 1 pound packet, so 1 pound of venison. Look at that color. Right now I'm washing my hands so I can go back to breaking that stuff up and mixing it. And now I'm mixing up the venison and breaking it up. Get it all nice and fine, or as fine as I could. Now I covered that up and I probably let it cook for, I would say, about 5 minutes right now. And now I am adding some more seasonings to it. Little baby hand, he's helping. Add some adobo. Don't know how much, you have to, let's say about 3 tablespoons. Some complete seasoning. Actually, I wouldn't even say 3 tablespoons, it's probably like 5. And complete seasoning is about the same amount. As you can see how I perfectly layered it. And I added some original chili seasoning. None spicy, of course, because I like to add my level of spice. And then that is some water inside of the rest of the tomato paste can to help clean that up. And that is tomatoes with green chilies. I didn't use the whole can of tomato paste. I used a hack that my mother-in-law taught me. And I saved the rest and put it in the freezer. So just use the remnant so nothing goes to waste. And there, right there, I dumped some kidney beans in. Behave, Jet. And now it's looking like chili, baby. And that right there is some homemade bone broth that I added in for a little extra flavor, since I didn't buy store-bought beef broth. I was like, I got some bone broth and then a little bit of water to help coat it all. Mix it in there, get the bone broth all coated. And now I just cover it up and let it cook for about an hour. And here's baby boy messing with our doggy Jet in his walker. Got Jet pinned to the corner, so Jet's like, help me. Fun little intermission between the cooking. And right here I am boiling some water for some iced tea. And that's the tea bag right there. The tea makes a gallon, so I literally gonna have to boil the water to the estimated amount that it says, and then just leave that tea bag in there for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And then right there I just added some sugar first, and I'm adding cold water as well as hot water together so it doesn't mess with the glass of that mason jar, which is a gallon mason jar. The water that was with the sugar, it was cold as well, so it kind of helps speed the process along too for when it gets in the refrigerator. And then mix it around. Now these are the cheeses that I use for the mac and cheese. That is Monster cheese. Mozzarella. I usually like using Gouda and then extra sharp cheddar. I usually like using Gouda instead of Monster, but they didn't have any Gouda at the store that I went to, so this will do. And I like to do the block cheese so I can shred it. Now here's me shredding. I am fast. Alright, now we're on the sharp cheddar. I'm just still shredding away. Nice little crinkly sounds for the paper. Don't mind the seeds back there. I'm trying to plant those bell pepper seeds and jalapeno seeds. And this is where I noticed that my shredder started to bend. And that's it, broken. Now I boil in the water for the pasta. It's already salted, and there it is. I added the pasta to the mix. I like those, and I also like corkscrew. I don't think corkscrew is a proper name, but yeah. Mixing it so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Now the noodles are done. They're draining in the sink, and now I'm gonna make the little cheese sauce for the cheese. So I use half and half. I use heavy whipping cream as well. This is my mom. You know, she taught me how to make this. Adding some pepper to the mix. Some paprika. That right there is mustard that I'm squeezing in there. The mix of the seasonings. Adding a couple of cheese in just to see if the half and half is heated up enough. Mix. I love you. Daddy's coming home. He'll be home soon. Dumped in the rest of the cheese. Checking the consistency, swirling it around with the fork. Add a little more half and half, add some more cheese. And that is all the cheese now. Now I see that this is the consistency that I want it to be. I'm going to be adding the noodles in. Plop. And now just mix that around and give it a nice little coating. Apparently I forgot to record the other stuff, but this is the finished product. I put it in a dish and layered it with mac and cheese at the bottom, then chili in the middle, then mac and cheese, and then chili, then mac and cheese. And there's still some remainder chili, but that is it. That is the final look of it, and it was delicious. And now here is the bowl of it.